Today is the end of my 4th week of my preoperative journey. There's going to be many more. I wasn't here last week for week 3 because I went home for a funeral. A family friend, I wasn't personally close with him, but I went to be supportive with the family. So I was at home for 6 days. And before I get into that, I should go into the numbers. So week 2, or last week that you've seen, I weighed 266.8 pounds. And then last week, or the 11th, I weighed 263.0. So that's a loss of 3.8 pounds. It was a little less than I had hoped, but it was the 3rd week, and I'd already lost all the water, so hey, that's good. It's certainly more than I've lost in most weeks of my life. And then this week, today I was down to 257.6, and that's a loss of 5.4 pounds. And I feel really good about that. I've stuck pretty closely to the diet. It's good. It's really weird. I have been losing shirt and pant sizes, and I understand that that's par for the course, but it's still a really bizarre feeling. I've had to discard about half of my clothing already just because it doesn't fit right, which is a little fun and a little weird. So I went home for this funeral, and I don't know if it was because of the stress or what was going on, or just, I normally live in an apartment with some friends, so maybe it was just more of a family environment. It was such a food temptation. There was food everywhere. There was, they went out for cookies, and they brought home ice cream. They made ice cream sandwiches, and they had pasta with chicken, pesto pasta. There was bread, and there's a lot of food. My brother even made vodka, or Skittle vodka, which is random. You can look it up online. But I, for some reason, helped him sort out the Skittles. So I handled 2 bags of Skittles, and I didn't eat one. It was a very bizarre experience because you can smell it, but you didn't eat it. I'm not allowed to have alcohol in preparation for the surgery, so I didn't even try the Skittle vodka. So it was a lot of temptation. And then at the reception dinner for the funeral, it was actually lunchtime. I was supposed to have a shake for lunch, but it seemed inappropriate to pull out my GNC bottle and some powder and go, shake, 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 while people are giving stories about a respected person who died. So I went instead for some meat, 2 or 3 ounces, and some vegetables. I also had a 1/4 cup of Caesar salad, which I, at the time, thought, oh, this is going to be so wonderful, and it's I shouldn't be eating this. And it tasted so bland. It's normally my favorite. Maybe it was just bad, but it was weird. I had no desire to go back for it. Now, I'm sure if I had some bread, I would have eaten the whole loaf. But, it was still a strange experience eating with people. And so I've been thinking about the social part of life that includes food. I'm not a very social person, and I don't want to be isolated. I don't want to not go out with people because there will be food. I don't want people to avoid me because they're eating, or because they're thinking about eating, or that's something I have to work on. And I went to a restaurant in week 3. It was the first time I went to a Mexican restaurant, and just the sound of the crunching chips, again chips, but whatever, and so I was successful in avoiding that because I ordered tea, and it kind of gave me something to sit, and it was warm, and I could sip it, and it's been helping me get in some water because I have terrible problems with dehydration without eating so much. So tea, herbal tea, has been a good thing for me. I have drank a ridiculous amount of tea lately, but I'm kind of encouraging myself to do that because other people aren't as uncomfortable and I'm more comfortable. Maybe things will change after the surgery because of my stomach size and liquid restrictions, but for right now, that's been a good coping mechanism for me. I've also been trying to experiment with foods. So, in my normal diet, I would have pasta and chicken and steak, cheese, and a few other things. Nothing really. I ate the same thing every week, every day. So I've been trying to experiment with foods. Like when I was at my mom's house, I had crab 2 nights, and I really liked it. And it was kind of a process. It was new. I learned. I've been trying to spice my meats differently. I've been trying to cook them differently. Kind of been branching out with vegetables. So I'm trying to keep myself occupied and interested with what I am eating, because I see myself, if I don't substitute somehow for my bad habits, like the bread, the pasta, the chips, the ice cream, the cookies, the candy, if I don't substitute that with other variety, I see myself burning out. So I've been doing things like, one night a week I'll have scrambled eggs instead of meat. And we'll see how that goes, but it's been working pretty well. I'd like to ask you, have you found other strategies that have been working, or what do you guys do when you're in a social situation to make yourself and make other people feel more comfortable? I'd appreciate your input and your feedback about that. As far as the process is concerned, I had my endoscopy, as I talked about, on last Thursday, and it went pretty well. I've got pictures because I asked him to take pictures. This right here, you can't really see it well, but this is my stomach, and you can see it's all wrinkly inside, which is normal, I was told. And then this is the top of my esophagus, or the bottom of my esophagus, the top of my stomach. And he said everything was normal. So that's good. I was really worried about the endoscopy because, just the idea of somebody shoving something down my throat, nasty. It was really short. It was only 7 minutes, I'm guessing. I didn't time it. And he low-dosed me on sedative. So I remember everything. I don't have any blackouts, or I didn't go to sleep, or I remember gagging as they put the thing down and up. But it was way less traumatizing than I thought it was going to be. I had just enough sedative, and then not enough, or I had just enough sedative to calm me down, and then afterwards I was able to leave within half an hour. My mom was driving me, so that was really nice. Thank you, Mom. Actually, getting the IV was a little more painful. The other one was gagging and stuff. They tried here and failed, and then they tried and sort of succeeded on my hand, so I actually had a hand IV. But yeah, it was okay. And now all I'm waiting for, everything is done. Passed my psych evaluation, I did the nutritional stuff, I have lost the weight. I had to get to 267, and I'm at 257, so yay me. I'm just waiting for the insurance, and I should hear back by the end of this month, I hope. I've been in my head using the dummy date of the 1st of April, April Fool's Day, just a plan. So if I don't have it on then, April Fool's, and maybe I'll get scheduled on April 1st just because nobody wants to have the date. That'll probably actually be afterwards. But anyway, that is me, and I will check back in with you next week. Thanks for watching.